The Haunted Trail. John Smith, an adventurous and nature-loving father, had always been keen on introducing his family to the wonders of the great outdoors. So when the opportunity for a camping trip arose, he couldn't resist planning an excursion to the infamous Haunted Trail. His wife Emily and their 2 children, Lisa and Mike, though hesitant, eventually agreed to embark on this mysterious adventure. The trail was located deep within a dense forest, surrounded by ancient trees and an aura of foreboding mystery. Local legends spoke of the trail being haunted by the ghost of a young woman named Jessica who disappeared without a trace many years ago. Most hikers dismissed the stories as mere superstitions, but John found them exhilarating. He believed that such tales added excitement to their camping trip, a chance for the family to bond and create unforgettable memories. As they arrived at the trailhead, a chilling breeze swept through the forest, causing the leaves to rustle like whispers in the wind. Emily shivered slightly, her skepticism slowly giving way to uncertainty. Lisa, a thoughtful and observant teenager, noticed her mother's unease and sensed that something was amiss. Mike, on the other hand, a courageous young boy eager to prove his bravery, pretended to be unaffected, but his nervous glances betrayed his facade. "Don't worry, everyone," John said with an enthusiastic smile. "We're going to have an incredible time on this trail. The Haunted Trail is just a legend, nothing more." The family donned their backpacks, and with John leading the way, they started their hike into the heart of the forest. The lush foliage and diverse wildlife captured their attention, momentarily easing their apprehensions. However, as they delved deeper into the trail, they began to notice subtle but unsettling occurrences. A fleeting shadow in the corner of their eyes, peculiar rustling sounds in the bushes, and an occasional inexplicable chill that ran down their spines. Lisa exchanged concerned glances with Emily, and they couldn't help but feel that they were being watched. Every now and then they caught sight of mysterious figures lingering just beyond their line of sight. However, whenever they turned to investigate, there was nothing but the stillness of the forest. Night fell, and the family set up camp near a bubbling brook. John built a crackling campfire, hoping it would dispel any lingering unease. As they sat around the flickering flames, Lisa decided to share stories she had heard from other hikers about the trail's haunting. Each tale sent shivers down their spines, and the crackling fire provided little solace against the growing sense of dread. The night wore on, and Lisa, Emily, and Mike found it difficult to sleep. The sounds of the forest, which had once been comforting, now seemed eerie and haunting. Emily tossed and turned in her sleeping bag, her mind plagued by the unsettling atmosphere. Mike stayed awake, clutching his flashlight tightly, trying to appear brave despite the unease gnawing at him. Even John, the fearless outdoorsman, couldn't deny a sense of discomfort lingering beneath his tough exterior. As the hours passed, strange sounds echoed through the forest, a mournful howl, the distant hooting of an owl, and the soft rustle of leaves in the night breeze. The family's imaginations began to play tricks on them, and they started experiencing vivid hallucinations and night terrors. Emily woke up with a start, gasping for breath, convinced she had seen the ghostly figure of a woman in white standing at the edge of the campsite. John tried to console her, attributing her vision to mere exhaustion and the effect of scary stories. In another tent, Lisa was disturbed by the haunting voice of a woman calling out for help. She clamped her hands over her ears, trying to block out the eerie pleas, but the voice persisted, echoing through the woods. She couldn't shake off the feeling that someone was trying to communicate with them from beyond the grave. In the adjacent tent, Mike found himself transfixed by strange lights floating just beyond the tree line. He knew he should be scared, but he felt an inexplicable pull, drawing him closer to the source of the mysterious lights. The next morning, the family gathered around the campfire, their eyes weary from a night of terror and sleeplessness. Lisa decided to investigate the origins of the haunting tales. She dug deep into local archives and historical records, hoping to find some semblance of truth amidst the legends. Her research led her to a forgotten tragedy, an incident that occurred years ago. Jessica, a young woman, had disappeared while hiking the same trail. Her body was never found, and her disappearance remained an unsolved mystery. Locals believed that Jessica's spirit never found peace and continued to roam the woods, seeking closure. With a newfound sense of empathy, Lisa shared her findings with the rest of the family. They were both intrigued and horrified by the story of Jessica's tragic fate. Emily's skepticism began to waver, realizing that their experiences might not be mere coincidences, but a connection to something far more profound. Determined to help Jessica find peace, the Smith family decided to spend another night on the haunted trail. They believed that Jessica's spirit was trying to communicate with them, seeking resolution for her untimely demise. As night fell once again, the forest seemed even more enigmatic and mysterious. Emily, John, Lisa, and Mike held hands, forming a circle of unity. They called out to Jessica, inviting her to communicate with them. Suddenly, the flickering campfire dimmed, and a soft glow enveloped the clearing. The ghostly figure of a woman in white materialized before them. She looked both sorrowful and relieved to see them. "I am Jessica," she whispered, her voice carrying a hint of sorrow and longing. "I vanished here, tormented by a jealous suitor. My remains were hidden in this forest, never to be found. My spirit could never rest, trapped by the injustice of my untimely death." Jessica's story moved the Smith family, and they realized that their experiences were Jessica's memories and emotions, reliving her pain and despair. They joined hands with her, promising to solve the mystery of her disappearance and give her a proper burial. With every ounce of compassion and determination, the Smith family searched the forest, guided by Jessica's spectral presence. After hours of searching, they discovered a hidden alcove where the skeletal remains of Jessica were hidden, lost to time. Jessica's ghostly form began to dissipate, and a sense of calm settled over the forest. Her spirit was finally at peace. "We'll remember you, Jessica," Lisa whispered with tears in her eyes. "Your story will never be forgotten." The family returned to the campsite, forever changed by their supernatural encounter. As they packed their belongings, they knew that the haunted trail wasn't just a place of fear and mystery. It was a place of remembrance and closure. They left with a newfound appreciation for the power of history and the human spirit. As they walked back to civilization, they couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude for the mysterious and haunting experience that had brought them closer as a family and had allowed them to help Jessica find the peace she had sought for so long. And so, the haunted trail remained a place of mystery, not only for the eerie legends it held, but for the unforgettable journey of a family that had encountered the ethereal presence of Jessica, forever linking their lives with the tragic past of the haunted forest. Back in their hometown, the Smith family couldn't shake off the memories of their haunting experience on the trail. The encounter with Jessica's spirit left a profound impact on each of them. Lisa became passionate about local history and started volunteering at the town's historical society, determined to preserve forgotten stories like Jessica's. Emily, once the skeptic, developed a newfound interest in the paranormal. She joined a local group of paranormal investigators, hoping to gain a deeper understanding of the afterlife and the existence of spirits like Jessica. John, on the other hand, couldn't ignore the responsibility they now held. He decided to work with the authorities to bring closure to Jessica's case. He arranged for Jessica's remains to be properly identified through modern forensic techniques, and they were laid to rest in a beautiful ceremony attended by the townspeople. As time passed, the Smith family's story spread throughout the town, becoming an urban legend of its own. Some believed that the family had encountered an angel sent to test their compassion and empathy. Others speculated that Jessica's spirit had chosen them as a means to find her lost identity. The forest that once held only tales of haunting now bore a different reputation, a place of reconciliation and redemption. Local hikers reported feeling a sense of peace and unity while walking the trail, as if Jessica's spirit had finally found solace. Over the years, the Smith family remained deeply connected to the haunted trail and the legacy of Jessica. They organized annual hikes on the trail to honor her memory and to remind the community of the importance of cherishing forgotten histories. One evening, as Lisa was organizing a community event dedicated to Jessica, she received a mysterious letter. The envelope was old and weathered, with no return address. Curious, she opened it and found an elegant handwritten note. "My dearest Lisa," the letter read, "thank you for helping me find my peace. Your compassion and determination have brought me closure after all these years. I will never forget your kindness. Love, Jessica." Lisa's heart skipped a beat as she read the letter. She couldn't believe what she was reading. Could it be possible that Jessica's spirit had found a way to communicate with her? Intrigued, Lisa showed the letter to her family. Emily and Mike were just as surprised and moved by the message. They couldn't explain the phenomenon, but they knew that Jessica's spirit had found a way to express her gratitude from the beyond. As the years passed, the Smith family continued their tradition of honoring Jessica's memory. The once haunted trail had become a place of hope and connection, where visitors felt a sense of belonging and understanding. Lisa's dedication to preserving Jessica's story paid off when she discovered a long-lost journal hidden in the archives of the Historical Society. The journal belonged to Jessica, chronicling her life and her passion for the forest. Lisa decided to publish the journal, sharing Jessica's story with the world. The book became an instant bestseller, spreading Jessica's tale far beyond their small town. People from all walks of life were touched by her story, and soon, the legend of the haunted trail reached far beyond its borders. As the years passed, the Smith family grew older, but their connection to Jessica and the haunted trail remained as strong as ever. The forest, once shrouded in mystery and fear, now stood as a symbol of resilience and hope. The Smith family's encounter with Jessica had transformed not only their lives, but also the lives of countless others. Their story became a reminder that even in the darkest of places, compassion and empathy could bring light and healing. And so, the legend of the haunted trail continued to live on, not as a place of fear, but as a testament to the enduring power of human connection and the ability to find peace even in the most haunting of circumstances. The spirit of Jessica lingered in the hearts of those who knew her story, forever reminding them that no soul should ever be forgotten or left to wander in darkness. As the sun set over the haunted trail, casting a warm glow over the ancient trees, the Smith family stood hand in hand, united in their memories and the love they had for Jessica. And in that moment, they knew that they had truly found peace in the heart of the haunted forest.